Round number 7, we have won yet another die roll. Generational die roll luck right now. Unfortunately, this hand doesn't have Allosaurus Rider. That's frankly unlucky. I'm going to mulligan. This hand has planar with... Yeah, okay, I'll keep this. I'm often conflicted about whether I should Wistfulness or wait for planar Genesis earlier in the game. I kind of like Wistfulness usually because it sees more cards. Like, well, it doesn't see more cards, but it gets more cards into your hand. And like, I like planar as the last thing to like go hunting for a Pact of Negation or something. All right, I closed Microsoft Excel. What are you doing, computer? There we go. Put back Galta. Okay, opponent has Thoughtseize. Unfortunate. I do kind of miss having Veil of Summers in the main deck for situations like this. It was good against Thoughtseize, and it was good against counterspells, and it was pretty good against Teferi. As expected, the opponent takes the evolution spell. We would get a Hedge Maze, why not? I kind of like land. No, I don't like land. I got more card draw. There's a land anyway. I'll shock it in and cast Wistfulness. We can still get picked apart by Thoughtseizes. Opponents also got the green light to just go ahead and frog if that's what they want to do. Man, my computer's really struggling with this. It sucks. This is kind of ruining the video. Okay, there's a lot of cards we don't need. Now, if they are going to play non-basic land hate, it's going to be the Harbinger of the Seas, so I don't even care about snow-covered island. So I'll get rid of it. But yeah, we're pretty much just whatever the opposite of cooking is. Opponent has yet another Thoughtseize. Not gonna lie, that's pretty bad. Although they're not making land drops. I want to surveil before I play this Wistfulness. Don't need that. Am I supposed to just cast Wistfulness? I don't think so. That's a play 2 turns from now. I'd rather give myself a chance to do something. I can trade this land in for something else. I wonder if this means our opponent has like Force of Negation and Subtlety in hand. What is it with Wistfulness crashing my computer? 2 triggers going on the stack at the same time is apparently just too many. Okay, there's a Neoform. I guess I'll get rid of Breeding Pool. Goodbye, Wistfulness. I would have liked to have consigned that and kept it around, but it just was not in the cards. Literally. Jeez, my computer is clanking today. All right, opponent draws up to 7 cards and passes the turn. There's a Summoner's Pact. Let's just go ahead and hope that we can just stick that. Actually, shoot, that was dumb. I should have pacted for Endurance. Not Endurance, for Hootie Mandrills. Could have done it. Oh well. I gave myself a chance to draw Pact of Negation here. Opponent discards Abhorrent Oculus. Alright, Subtlety is in the cards. Another Summoner's Pact. Alright. I'm in. I can pay for that next turn. Let's just go ahead and get Monkey. I want to get rid of anything that could be good for them to surgical. And then, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to try to beat them down with this. If I go for Neoform right there, then I'm dead to Force of Negation, which they're blue-black. There's a very real chance they have it. Hopefully my opponent just scoops to frustration. I'm getting frustrated with my computer right now. Okay, they unearth their Oculus. Whatever. Okay, that makes me think they don't have Force of Negation. They might. But now I can't attack. They're pitching their black cards. If I draw another Neoform here, I can just send Neoform, Pact, send another Neoform. Let's see, what do I draw? Disciple. Start with Planar. I'm looking for Pact of Negation. I found it. Summoner's Pact, Eldritch, Allosaurus. No. Pact of Negation. Okay. Neoform the monkey. Get Atraxa. Trigger Atraxa. I think I want Eldritch, Forest. Why is this so small? Rider? Planar Genesis? Done. Gosh, my computer's going so fast. I may have to play this match out off camera because just trying to resolve anything is taking so long. Yes, I'm done. Play it out. I'm going to play out this as well. Okay. I have 5 lands in play, so I can pay for Pact of Negation. Opponent finds their second land and hits a tap land. I heard they put Undercity Sewers in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set without... Oh, it's Faithless Looting. Okay, they're just like a very all-in Grixis Reanimate deck. Grixis cheap Reanimate. So they probably have Archons and stuff in their deck. I'm going to bring in Endurance for sure. Emperor, Unearth is 1 mana. Unearth, no you don't. Go to my turn, pay for Pact. Yes, pay for Pact. I'm going to go get Xenagos, I think. Actually, do I need to? No. I can get another Atraxa. No, I can get Grizzlebrand. I can just straight up get Grizzlebrand. I'll take out 3 of their creatures too. That's fine. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time to think right now because my computer has melted the first half of my game clock away. Let's see. What's in their graveyard? It's kind of hard to read. Emperor, Psychic Frog. Okay. They could actually make this a 7/8 if they discard their entire hand. I'm going to go for Neoform here. I don't really like my attacks. All right, I like that better. All right, so now I'm just going to attack. Whatever flyer they have left over, I can bounce next turn with Otawara. They're going to block with one of these flyers. Yep. Oh, even better. Now I can bounce one and kill the other. So they're trying to take down Atraxa. So they need 8 power. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. I will go ahead and bounce. Bounce Oculus. All right, I'm out of lands. Good to know. Sorry, I'm a little bit flustered right now by how slow my computer's performing. All right, finally. Okay, I only have 12 minutes left to play potentially 2 full games. I'm going to keep this, and if things get going really bad, this hand sucks, but if things get going really bad, again, I'm just going to turn off OBS and report to you once the game is over. In hindsight, this hand sucked because 3 of these monkeys are dead, or 2 of them are. Ha! Well, at least we're beating that card. Opponent has a turn 2 frog. That sucks. Wish I would have brought in more spell snares. I want everything to go to my graveyard that can. Okay, we can monkey next turn. All right, they've got in the graveyard 2 Faithless Lootings and 2 lands. I like to see that. Opponent's got these cool non-basics over there. They have Unearth. That sucks, but I can't do anything about it. Okay. We can Neoform now. We get a Traxa. Hopefully it's good enough. Well, I think I want Breeding Pool, Spell Snare, Disciple. Done, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't have lands. Yep. All right. Or a way to get an Archon. A bounce spell would be nice, because I'm eventually going to have to do something about their growing board state. Summoner's Pact, that's not a bounce spell. Start with a monkey. If they want to send their whole hand, I'm okay with it. Not their whole hand. Well, their whole hand plus lose both their creatures. And also, I've just got to get this game over with. Whether I win or lose, this game needs to end soon, because I'm going to need time to win the next game, potentially. Yeah, they discard, okay. Force of Despair goes to the graveyard. All right, if either of these are an Emperor of Bones, we're a little bit screwed. It's Psychic Frog, not the worst. They can start pecking us with it. They thought sees us. I can't do anything about that because Vexing Bobble's in play. And now they see that they really should not sacrifice their Vexing Bobble if they were thinking about it. They 100% take the Spell Snare here, or the Monkey. Yeah, they take the Spell Snare. Now I can cast Monkey. Joke's on them. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Planar. Another Neoform would be good. What are these? No. All right. I'll take Wistfulness. Actually, no. Can I go back and take Endurance? Oh my god. Okay, fine, whatever. I'll take Wistfulness. And actually, I'm just going to Wistfulness now. There's no guarantee I draw land. Well, I did draw land. I will ship this Pact. Ugh, I could have played Monkey there. I'm just getting too flustered. Alright, I'm going to scoop this game up. I can't win anymore. And I'm going to actually turn off OBS and play the last game off stream. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so unfortunately, this is the final game of that match. Our computer just totally, not our computer, well, our computer too, but our deck just totally threw up all over itself. I had a pretty good hand, and so I've drawn 16 cards. I've also had 2 Planar Genesises and a Wistfulness. And I have not seen a single copy of Hoodoo Mandrills or Allosaurus Rider, which is really unfortunate because I think I was pretty favored to win this game based on how it went, and then everything just went exactly wrong. I tried to Planar Genesis to hit an Endurance in response to their Persist or their Unearth, and I hit 4 lands, I Surveil with the land, and the next card was Endurance. So this was really close. Honestly, I think this is a favored matchup for us, but we're gonna lose it here. Gonna go to 4-3 on the day. I guess I'll keep going. Okay, round number 8. We're out of top 8 contention. We might be able to backdoor a top 32. Who knows? This hand doesn't have anything. Well, it's got 2 lands, Planar Genesis, but I don't really see us casting this monkey. One, I'm gonna mulligan. I'm gonna mulligan for the combo. Well, at least this one has both pieces of the combo, even though it's slow. I'm gonna keep and put back a hedge maze. We're basically like monkey maxing here, just trying to send everything to the graveyard. Got the mic closer to my mouth now. Hopefully you could hear what I was saying. I'll top that, unfortunately. I mean, I don't mean unfortunately. I mean, we're not sending it to the graveyard for monkey, but it has now replaced the monkey plan. Okay, Windswept Heath from our opponent. This looks like more Zoo or just more Boros energy. Okay. Game 1, they have a rough time against us. I think this is a good matchup. I restarted my computer. It should be working a little better now. I think I would have lost that last round. Well, so game 2 of that last round was a bummer because I could have played Hootie Mandrels game 2. I could have survived an Archon trigger because I would have had 2, and then I could have been live to draw a Eldritch Evolution, but then their Archon would attack. So actually, I don't know. I don't think so. But they could have just had nothing. They could have not had an Archon. I don't know. Water under the bridge. Or over the dam, I guess. Okay, it's just Goblin Bombardment. Against Living End, that card's really good, but against me, it's not that good. I mean, it's still pretty good, because you've seen how wide they can go. Try to put, I guess, Xenagos into my hand. Don't need that. I'm going to leave my Ent in hand. It's a green card. Alright, whatever. I guess I'll leave Monkey in hand. If I need to play it next turn to block with, I can play it. Now, I'm going to get Grizzlebrand, but I don't really think I want to... Yeah, I do. I'm gonna lose 7. That's fine. All right, cool. Now I can Passive Negation something. 2 things. Seasoned Pyromancer. So that lets them put us to 7, 6, 5, 4 if they want. I'm just going to counter it. I don't feel like letting them have more cards. They could put a bunch of stuff in the graveyard for like a Flage. All right, we will consign the Pact trigger. Play land. Attack. I wonder if anyone's ever meant to attack with Grizzlebrand while they're at 7 life and they accidentally click draw 7. And here's what I'm going to do. Nope. Well, I can't both Wistfulness to kill Bombardment and Monkey. So I'm actually going to Wistfulness to draw cards. Another consign would be good. I'll ditch Neoform, I guess. And I'll cast Monkey. Now, if our opponent casts a Johnny, it gets a little strange. I think I would just let it resolve. All right, we don't have to think about it. Okay, this hand isn't great, but it's got a turn 3 plan. I'll keep it. At least it's got 2 lands. We're going to just kind of be a punching bag for a little bit. Unless we just rip a turn 2 Neoform like a boss. Opponent starts with Ragavan. Start with Odawara. And opponent mulligan, that's good for us. Now this hand can't play around a Blood Moon totally. I can use Generous Ent to get a forest unless they hit it with Ragavan, which they didn't. However, I would just then have to natural draw the basic island. Opponent shocks in a Johnny. That's not good for us. Going to go get Hedge Maze. Okay. No Neoform. Don't need another land. And even though I realize Ragavan could just send that to exile for us, but actually in this game, probably should have left that there and let Ragavan hit it away. Oh well. More cards in graveyard for Mandrills, but they're off to a pretty fast start here. Ragavan hits Alsource Rider, that's fine. Okay, opponent just plays a land and passes. Let's go get basic forest. And play. Just go for a huge Galta, I think. This Galta's going to be a big girl. I think Galta's a female. Like, because I imagine she's like giving birth to all these creatures. Yeah, immediately. Okie dokie. All right. I think I'm going to decline. Well, we'll see. Okay, so this is always a risk, Celestial Purge. However, my hand was so good that I couldn't resist the urge to Galta. Do I want to draw 7, draw 12, gain 12? No, I don't. Well, actually, yeah, I do. Yeah, I'll draw 12, gain 12. Because they could easily kill that Galta before it ever attacked. Alright, what does my hand look like? I'm done spending mana until the next turn. I already have Consign Pact. I'm going to take Neoform, Nourishing Shoal, Misty. Generous Ent, I guess. Alright, start by gaining 8. And then Ridering, discarding Neoform, Eldritch Evolution. Neoform. Can I do anything else this turn? No. Darn. Because if I Counterflage, it just goes to their graveyard and they could maybe cast it again. Thraben Charm? No. No thank you. And we've defeated Energy again, rather hilariously. Stick around for the final round and to see if we win any treasure chests, I guess. All right, final round, number 9. I believe we won every die roll today. I might be wrong, but that hand's a mulligan, no combo. This hand, also no combo. All right, there's half the combo, so I'm going to keep land, Neoform, dig spell, and then what else do I want? Planar. The great thing about hands like this is even though it's 5, it could still just basically win the game next turn. With draws like that, all right, now I just need to dodge things like free counter spells and Thoughtseize. Opponent goes Steam Vents tapped. Like to see that. All right, I'm not going to give this game any time to play out. Oh. No, not that. I want to do that. Jack, this is exquisite work. I hope you enjoyed your game action, opponent. All right, that's enough for now. Oh, it's Affinity, nice. I hate playing against this deck. Weapons manufacturing. I'd like to counter that, but I would need to draw. Why not? Let's just exile a bunch of crap and draw cards. Darn. Guess that resolves. Okay. Jack, this is exquisite work. I want a style. All right. I think I'll pick the Dino. And the opponent goes to -14. It's going to be tough to come back from that. Let's see. This hand does not do it. I mean, it's got Wistfulness plus Summoner's Pact, but it doesn't really have green cards. I don't really want to exile these. Well, that doesn't matter, but I'm going to mulligan. Yeah, it doesn't have any lands, darn. If all these bad cards were lands, it'd be great. Okay. Once again, there's a turn 2. Opponent's going to have things to say about it, but land, green card. Yeah, we got land, green card, Neoform, Allosaurus Rider, so I'll keep that. Put back these 2 cards, and hope our opponent can't do anything. They shock the Steam Vents in this time. And they play Pithing Needle. Hopefully they name Misty Rainforest. No, they went for Grizzlebrand. So I have lost before when my opponent just blind names Misty game 1. They went to 6 for that, too. Tormod's Crypt, that doesn't do anything against us except add to their artifact count. Alright, they're holding up the blue improvised counterspell. So I'm not going to just give them one. I'm going to hedge maze. Not just going to play into it. There's the Rider. You know what? I'm going to keep that on top. Here's my plan. Next turn I can Summoners... Well... Yeah, here's my plan. Next turn I can Summoners Pact for a land. And have Neoform with Mystical backup. Engineer Explosives doesn't do a whole lot. If they want to counter this, they're welcome to. And I'll have to hit a Traxa here. So this is for a land, Disciple of Freyles. Neoform. Got to keep my blue mana open. Conspicuously, only my blue mana open. A little bit of an odd choice by me, but hey. Oh, I can only get a Traxa, damn it. Oh, I forgot what was happening. Nuts. Alright, well, count that one up to loopiness. Alright, I forgot that I can only get a Grizzlebrand with that, and the Grizzlebrand can't draw any cards. I kind of like this. We can take out a pesky artifact or enchantment on turn 2. We've got half the combo. What I don't have is anything to dig. Actually, I don't like this at all, Mulligan. That's a lot of Neoforms. I'm going to keep that, though. Opponent leads on Spirebluff Canal and goes Pinnacle Emissary. That portents of bad things happening in the future. Yeah, like now. The future is now. Mox Opal, that's also quite bad. Well, I totally botched this match. I did not need to be so aggressive last turn. Last game, I mean. Alright, opponent's got stuff in play. There's Summoner's Pact. I guess I'll keep it. Yeah, alright. Let's just go for it. I think I'm willing to give this one turn. If I draw a land next turn, then I can use Veil of Summer. And this isn't the most damage. Alright, I will play intelligently this time. Okay, Urza Saga puts a clock on us. Now we need a land, or we're just going to go for it anyway. Opponent conspicuously leaving back their drone token so that they can double spell. So it looks like our opponent has... Ugh. Yeah, whatever. I'm done with this. This isn't correct, I don't think. I should probably give it one more turn. But I'm done. I'm finished with this tournament. I'm going to have a winning record either way, which was my goal. There's Rider. Just get rid of Neoforms. They're going to have a counterspell. Oh, no, they don't. They're faking us out. Joke's on them. I'm too stupid to read. I'll play the land. Still at 9 life. And I like how we're protected from Sink into Stupor here. I already am priced into pain. Okay, so, pardon me. I'm priced into pain for one consign, one pact, I mean, next turn. So I'm going to use another one. Rather than discard to hand size, to just put more stuff in play. I do need to pressure them down somewhat. Because our opponent could kill us through this board. Pithing Needle. Well, what should I do? I'm concerned about if I Grizzlebrand down to 2 to see if I'm going to draw any more consigns. I'm worried they could win the game. I think I just need to be content with my 8/8 lifelink. Yeah, they weren't going to name Misty Rainforest, so I wanted to wait on that. All right, see if naming Grizzlebrand 2 games in a row does it for him. All right, sacking this fetch land is very dangerous. If they're out to win this game is Sink into Stupor, then if I sack this fetch land, I cannot protect my Grizzlebrand. For that reason, I'm just going to go to the next turn. Now I'm going to do it. I guess that was a whole lot of hoopla for nothing. All right, I wonder if a Veil of Summer protects copied consigned to memories. They don't have anything, though. If they had Counterspell, they would have countered this last turn. Hey, we did it. There's Pact of Negation, just not in time at all. They can make a big Construct token next turn. Actually, shoot, maybe I should have left back an Allosaurus Rider. Yeah, because I'm only going to 16 here. They might actually just be able to kill me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to be 7 sevens. Oh, I'm going to die. That was so stupid. I'm going to die to these constructs now. But I can't. Yeah, oh well, I played this really bad. This thing's going to have haste now. All right, whatever. I'm done. Thanks for watching. Good games.